So we're going to look at a particular part of the scene again, which we are now seeing in front of you. And as you can see, I've zoomed in a little bit so you can see the Empire State Building in the foreground. And more importantly, in the background, we can see the World Trade Center. And again, let's watch it one more time. We've seen the beams escaping from the storage containment unit in the Ghostbusters HQ. And then we can see what happens afterwards. Large beams are emitted from the World Trade Center, and here we are at a panned out version, and you can see again, not so visible when you pan out, but if you zoom in, you can clearly see what looks to be the beams in the orbs and whatever it is descending from the World Trade Center themselves. Now, again, you might say, well, that's just coincidence, T. You know, it's popular and was very familiar to see, you know, the iconic New York skyline in many a movie that does depict catastrophic, disastrous, apocalyptic events. And Ghostbusters is not an exclusion to that list of Hollywood movies that does seem to give New York a hard time during the apocalypse. It does seem to be one of the cities of choice that is lined up for destruction. However, it is not just the fact that you see what looks to be fire and flames emitting from the World Trade Center. It is not so much the visuals, but it is in fact the time stamp of when that takes place within the movie. Now you can see in front of you a screenshot of the scene that we just witnessed that I paused for you, and you can see that in the bottom left corner there that the time stamp is 1 hour 9 minutes and 11 seconds. So let's just zoom in a little bit closer for you so you can see for yourself. There you go, 1 hour 9 minutes and 11 seconds. We can see in the background there the World Trade Center, what is looking like it is exploding, just as it did on the day of Tuesday morning, September the 11th, 2001. If that isn't eerie enough, then I don't know what is. But anyway, if we look once again, we can indeed probably look at the scenes again and line them up with some images of the day in question and maybe slow it down a little bit for you for closer reference. So you can see here clearly the beams emitting out of the fire house that was the headquarters to the Ghostbusters. And here you can see on the screen the slow down version of those spirits emitting from what looks to be the base of the World Trade Center. And if we pull in an image of 9/11 and overlay that with a zoomed in version, you can kind of see that it really doesn't look that different from the events of that September Tuesday morning of 2001 to the images that we saw in the movie Ghostbusters from 1984. We're at the 1 hour 9 minute 11 seconds mark. We see, just as we did in our reality, that all hell on earth broke out in Lower Manhattan.